When the concert starts, no one will be allowed in through the double doors in the center aisle, as we are streaming and making an archive video, and we don't want any distractions in the video. Good evening, everyone. Please welcome Tom Proctor and the Kendall Orchestra. Welcome, everyone. I am Armando Acevedo, and I'm happy to be here to be your announcer this evening. The piece the orchestra just played was Glory to the Newborn King Overture, arranged by Jeff Cranfill, who is a composer, conductor, arranger, and orchestrator of music for orchestras, concert bands, choirs, and instrumental solos and ensembles. He is also a recording artist. The overture was a medley of carols including Angels We Have Heard on High, Carol of the Bells, also known as the Ukrainian Carol, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Jeff Cranfill has arranged this medley in his own unique way. We thought it would be a great way to start this 5th annual, minus 2020, holiday celebration concert. Taking an ancient melody, also known as O Come, Emmanuel, arranger Matt Neufeld has here created an extremely original take on a much-arranged Christmas melody. Surprising touches in this arrangement include mixed meters, augmentation of the melody, in other words, elongating the notes, rich, low-register voicing of trumpets, and melodic usage of bass instruments. Along the way, a flute oboe soli performing a pointillistic counter melody to the melody in augmentation creates a compellingly different musical moment in the center of the arrangement. Just go with me on this. Let's welcome Assistant Director of the Kendall Orchestra, Nicole Fasco, to conduct the Kendall Winds in Veni Emmanuel. Hanukkah started tonight at 5:34 at sundown. This next arrangement of 5 traditional Israeli folk songs and Jewish holiday music will put you in the mood to celebrate. Each instrument takes a turn carrying the tune, with rich harmonies and driving rhythms enhancing the melodies. The melody begins exuberantly in the key of concert D minor, moves joyfully to the relative F major, then finishes boisterously back in D minor. That was for the music theory geeks out there. It was arranged by Stephanie Dej, who just happened to be a college classmate of our own flute and piccolo player, Jenny Davenport. Stephanie is a fine woodwinds player, doubling on oboe, English horn, and saxophone on the west coast of Florida. Titles include Veni Shalom Alechem, We Brought Peace Unto You, Mount Tzur, or Rock of Ages, Artza Alinu, We Have Come to the Land, Hanukkah, and Yibane Amenu, In Our Land We Shall Rebuild Our Nation. Let's welcome Kendall Orchestra Director Tom Proctor to the podium to conduct this arrangement of Hebrew Holiday. Each year, at the time of this holiday season, those lovable Peanuts characters find their way into the homes of millions of fans through their famous television specials. Charlie Brown and his friends are musically accompanied by great songs. The program, A Charlie Brown Christmas, made its debut on CBS TV on December 9th, 1965. In the special, Charlie Brown finds himself depressed despite the onset of the cheerful holiday season. Lucy suggests he direct a neighborhood Christmas play, but his best efforts are ignored and mocked by his peers when he chooses a real but puny Christmas tree as a centerpiece. The animated show was commissioned and sponsored by the Coca-Cola Company. Contrary to the norm at the time, they used child voice actors. The soundtrack was by jazz pianist Vince Guaraldi, and in addition to its tone, pacing, music, and animation, this led both producers and the network to predict the project would be a disaster. Betcha they were pleasantly surprised, huh? The titles in this arrangement include Linus and Lucy, Skating, just picture Snoopy ice skating, Christmas Time is Here, Tannenbaum, and a reprise of Linus and Lucy. Let's see what Charlie Brown and his friends are up to with his Carl Stroman arrangement, conducted by Assistant Director Nicole Fasco of A Charlie Brown Christmas. Wasn't that fun? Thank you, Nicole. And the Kendall wins. That was great. The orchestra loves playing under her direction, and Tom gets a little break. A Visit from St. Nicholas, more commonly known as The Night Before Christmas, is a poem first published anonymously in 1823 and later attributed to Clement C. Moore, who claimed authorship in 1837. The poem has been called arguably the best-known verses ever written by an American and is largely responsible for some of the conceptions of Santa Claus from the mid-19th century to today. Before the poem gained a wide popularity, American ideas had varied considerably about St. Nicholas. A Visit from St. Nicholas eventually was set to music and has been recorded by many artists. According to legend, A Visit from St. Nicholas was composed by Clement Moore on a snowy winter's day during a shopping trip on a sleigh. I'm sure we can all relate. His inspiration for the character of St. Nicholas was a local Dutch handyman. Moore originated many of the features that are still associated with Santa Claus today, while borrowing other aspects, such as the use of reindeer. We invite you to sit back and listen to this poem set to music by composer John Moss. His orchestration so brilliantly illustrates the action and events in the poem. So, for the child in all of us, here is The Night Before Christmas, narrated by our own Kendall Choir director, Jennifer Mayer. Maestro Tom.
All through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung in the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter, and I threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and that before the wild hurricane fly. When they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. All in fur, from head to foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. To all, and to all a good night.
Gesù Bambino is an Italian Christmas carol composed by Pietro Jan in 1917. The melody was used by Frederick H. Martins in his English-language carol, When Blossoms Flowered Mid the Snows. The melody and lyrics of the chorus are derived from the chorus of Adeste Fideles, or Come All Ye Faithful. The music historian Salvatore Basile notes, the song would achieve the near impossible feat of surviving in the standard holiday repertoire with important performances, innumerable recordings, and every kind of vocal and instrumental arrangement. Our soprano soloist tonight, Daisy Sue, has sung at every one of our holiday concerts and our May Patriotic and Americana concerts. She has performed with Distinguished Concerts International New York, Manhattan Concert Productions, Miami Lyric Opera, Seraphic Fire, New World Symphony, Miami Collegium Musicum, Alhambra Orchestra, Musica Judaica, and among many others, the Greater Miami Symphonic Band, which she did last year at Gusman Hall. She has been singing the third Friday of each month with our trumpet players Ron Berman Big Band at the Elks Club in South Miami. She is also the music and math teacher at Palmetto Middle School right down the street. We don't know how she has time to do all this and raise a family of musicians too. Her son Zach is on first clarinet and her daughter Sierra on violin. Yes, please give him a hand. But tonight, she will be singing an arrangement of Gesù Bambino by Pietro Alessandro Jan, arranged by James Nathaniel Holland and conducted by Nicole Fasco. Please welcome Daisy Sue. For an encore, Daisy will be singing a song written in 1943 by Hugh Martin and Ralph Blaine. It was introduced by Judy Garland in the 1944 MGM musical, Meet Me in St. Louis. Frank Sinatra later recorded a version with modified lyrics. In 2007, ASCAP, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, ranked it the third most performed Christmas song during the preceding 5 years that had been written by ASCAP members. In 2004, it finished at number 76 in AFI's, the American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Songs, rankings of the top tunes in American cinema. Now, what could it be? Any ideas? I heard it out there. Anybody? Have yourself a merry little Christmas. You saw the program. Well, this arrangement by Daryl McKenzie, we present Daisy Sue with her rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and...
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make that Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are, as in olden day, happy golden day of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. And a shining stars upon the highest star. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Guys, isn't she terrific? Let's give her another applause, please, Daisy Sue. Woohoo. While the Kendall Choir is making their way up here for the next part of this evening's program, I'd like to invite Pastor Ruben Velasco to say a few words. Yes, I said a few words to fill in the dead time.
I know Tom wrote that, didn't he?
He did.
Wrote that. You all right now are on Facebook Live. So wave. Everybody wave. Say hi. Everybody say hi. I hope nobody's hiding. I hope you're not hiding from relatives, telling them that you're sick in bed. Hide right now. Hey, orchestra, we love you guys. Welcome, 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 choir. It is great to see everybody. And another thing, just for you to know, this is all going on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So if you want to watch the concert again, you can. Yes, my name is Pastor Ruben Velasco. I'm honored to be the pastor here at Kendall Church. You know, we love to have, amen. We, one of the things we love about this concert is that we bring the community together. And we understand that there's people of different faiths and backgrounds. And it's so important that we do more events like this, that we come together. Because you guys, you know this, right? We have a lot more in common than we do, that we don't have in common. We have a lot more in common. In the Christian faith, we have a tradition. It comes from our Bible, and it talks about Mary and Joseph. And that's what we celebrate, that they come and give birth to, she comes and gives birth to baby Jesus, who we believe is our Savior, who brings faith, hope, love, and joy into the world. Isn't that what we all want anyway? Faith, hope, and love and joy into the world? We have a lot more in common. And one of the things that I remember about that story is that we tell the story that they go to the inn, right? We all know that part, right? You see that in Charlie Brown, right? They go to the inn, and what does the innkeeper say? No room for you at the inn, right? And it made me realize that there are so many people today in our country and in our world that do not make room for joy, peace, love, and hope. I pray that this holiday season, you make room for faith, hope, joy, and peace in your life, because we need it. So again, welcome. Here at Kendall, we're going to have 2 Christmas Eve services, 6 and 8. Candlelight, you're welcome to come. And then a Christmas Day service with communion, and a New Year's Day service with baptisms. You all are welcome there at 10 a.m. Listen, God bless you. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you, orchestra. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tom, wherever you are.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would someday walk on water?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save the sons and daughters?
Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered,
Deliver you.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will walk a sword with his hand?
Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby,
And you kiss the face of God.
the blind will sing, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the
That was so beautiful and so powerful in its simplicity. Let's show our appreciation for Jennifer Mayer and the Kendall Choir, please. Hanukkah is a Jewish festival, I'm often told a minor one, commemorating the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem at the time of the Maccabean Revolt. I was there, I have photos. The Jews celebrated their victory over the tyrant king and rededicated the temple in Jerusalem. As the story goes, a small quantity of oil was found, but only enough to light the temple's menorah for one day. But it miraculously lasted 8 days. Hanukkah, which means dedication, is also known as the Festival of Lights. The festival is observed by lighting the candles of a candelabrum with 9 branches called a menorah. One branch is typically placed above or below the others, and its candle is used to light the other 8 candles. Each night, one additional candle is lit until all 8 candles are lit together on the final night of the festival. Other Hanukkah festivities include playing the game of dreidel, as well as eating oil-based foods such as latkes and sufganiot, or jelly donuts, and dairy foods, especially cheese. Bill Holcomb has arranged the next piece, which includes the songs Ma'ot Tzur, or Rock of Ages, Mi Yemalel, or Who Can Retell, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, My Dreidel, Sevivon, Hanukkah, O Hanukkah, and a reprise of Rock of Ages. Here is Festive Sounds of Hanukkah. We will provide lyrics on the media if you care to join in. Let's all have fun with it. One of the most performed and best-loved Christmas melodies of all time is one by Leroy Anderson, the former arranger for Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops. It has been arranged for concert band, orchestra, brass quintet, all of which we have performed here at KUMC, plus for so many other performance groups. And why not? It's a great music institution of the Christmas season. By the way, Leroy Anderson went to Harvard University. He was music director and organist at a church in Boston during that time. He even marched in the Harvard University marching band for football games. He played trombone, which his father chose because then Leroy would be in the front line of the band so his father could see him. Parents, am I right? But I digress. Tonight, we will play a special version you may or may not be familiar with, although the Kendall Orchestra has been performing this one for at least 12 years. This is the original version by the Boston Pops. It's longer with more songs and carols included than the one you've been hearing from other groups for years. Get ready to sing along to these seasonal carols. Joy to the world. Deck the halls. God rest ye merry, gentlemen. Good King Wenceslas. Hark the herald angels sing. Silent night. Jingle bells and Oh come all ye faithful. Let's all sing along with A Christmas Festival, but watch for your cues, or in other words, when to sing or not to sing, and get ready for a surprise at the end.
Joy to the world.
Before we end this concert, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening. This concert will be on our YouTube channel tomorrow. Just Google YouTube Kendall United Methodist Church to find it and send a link to your family and friends. Heck, even send it to your enemies. Love thine enemy, right? If you are so moved, there are baskets in the lobby, or what we call the narthex, for donations to help defray the costs of this concert and the music program. You can also go to the kendallchurch.org site and donate. Don't forget to indicate that it's for the orchestra fund. And no holiday concert can be complete without the rousing rendition of a winter sleigh ride with the clip-clopping horse, the jingle bells ringing, the whip cracking, the horse whinnying, and the overall frivolity of Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. Happy holidays, and thank you all again for coming here tonight. Hitch up the horse, take the reins, Nicole, and let's go for a sleigh ride. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year to all. Thank you.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. Sing a love song while we stroll along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that here's Parson Brown. He'll say I am married, we'll say no man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Can build a snowman. We'll pretend that here's Parson Brown. We'll say, are you ready? We'll say no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face on a